Hello, everyone. I'm Katie Lou Hoatson. And by age 6, I knew I was different. I knew I was bigger than my peers. I knew I wasn't the girl who got the boys on movies. I knew I wasn't the girl on magazine covers. And I knew I lived in a world that would treat me differently because of it. I engaged in disordered eating behaviors. And one day during high school, my worst fear came true. I was working when a community preacher came in, and he commented how good I looked. "Keep it up, kid," he said. This was my worst fear coming true, because I realized how differently people treated me when I was thinner. They started cheering me on and taking notice. But little did they know that I was struggling, restricting, and purging behind the scenes. I felt sick, and I was sick. When asked about the details of high school, it all seems a bit fuzzy. I had headaches all the time, and I was dizzy all the time. But I do remember one particular day where I felt so woozy, I leaned up against the lockers, my eyesight went black, and everything felt wrong. This was a critical moment for me because, well, I was scared and tired of feeling horrible and feeling like I was missing out on life. Truth was, I loved my life. Well, outside of my looks. This was the day I started to prioritize my health over my size, something my whole life society told me were synonymous, and I knew in this moment that they weren't. I had a long confidence and health journey ahead of me, but during my senior year of high school, I started to find myself and my true passions. During our criminal justice class, I was assigned the role of criminal defense attorney, and let me tell you, I had never felt more confident and powerful than addressing the jury, because I had a voice and everyone was listening. It was that day I decided I wanted to be a criminal defense attorney, and I'm happy to report that I recently made that dream a reality. I took the bar this summer, passed, thank you, and accepted my dream position as a juvenile public defender here in Lincoln. It was also around this same time my senior year, thank you for that clap. It was also around this same time my senior year that I challenged myself to compete in pageants. Now I know what y'all are thinking. Body image issues, and this girl wants to compete in pageants. And what was my talent gonna be? Well, that's exactly why I wanted to do it. Because I wanted to take advantage of a captive audience who'd probably never heard a story like mine before. And besides, I guess I'd always wanted to try a pageant, but I was always met with, "Oh, Katie, you're too good for that." I knew what they meant. They didn't think I could win, and I didn't at first, but slowly changing people's minds to what a role model looks like, I won my first title, and I won Miss Lincoln, and I became the first ever plus-size woman to make top 5 at Miss Nebraska. With this pageant platform, I started speaking out and networking with the body positive community and speaking out about the injustices that I faced. When I posted about getting disrespected at the doctor's office, my DMs were flooded with people who said they had been through the exact same thing. Now, recently, a few weeks ago, I retired from the pageant world. It is pretty mentally taxing being a plus-size woman in that environment for so many years, but I've started writing a book about my experiences. Negative body image, truth is, affects almost everyone. Over half of all teenagers use unhealthy weight control behaviors, and the diet industry is a $72 billion business. It is everywhere. I hope one day we don't have a beauty standard. I hope one day we can just be. I hope one day as an attorney I can get justice for higher weight people who earn less per paycheck but have to pay more for health insurance. But it starts here, it starts today with all of us beautiful people. Thank you.